It is time to get ready for my first disc golf major of 2025. What is happening today? What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is quite crazily the first practice round we have filmed this year. It's been a bit hectic, but I've seen the comments, people have been wanting it. People have been wanting for a Queensland Open preview. So here it is. We're gonna do front nine, back nine here at Pine Rivers Park, testing out the layout for the Queensland Open, which is happening July 4th to 6th. So we're gonna check it out, come along for the ride, hopefully show you some of the lines, maybe to not take or to take. That should be good, but we're starting with hole one. Really awesome hole to start off with. You're elevated on this tee area, throwing way down there. So it's just a nice one to get the first throw out into the field and then play up. It's a nice par four, 204 meters. You've got OB on the right, kind of around the amphitheater, and then the path to the right of the basket and fairway. You also got tree line left OB, which kind of narrows in near the approach. And the basket is not going to be there today, but it's going to be on a mounded green. So the second shot is really kind of the tricky one. You want to keep that inbounds, but good one to rip out there. We're going to chuck a nuke, baby, as always. And yeah, get down there. Enjoy. First shot of the day. Let's get a good one out there. It's a bit high, but that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty decent spot. Honestly, like that's pretty safe. I might show you a more aggressive line to try and get more distance, which makes the approach a bit easier, but that's totally fine. It's got a bit of a longer approach. All right, so this was a nice shot. I've got about 85 into the green from here. You can push a lot further and get kind of over this hill, which makes the approach shot really easy. So that's good. It does bring maybe the OB long into play, so just gotta be careful of that, but this works out pretty well. You just got the little culvert, which we'll see when we get down there, is OB, so it kind of really pinches in. So as long as you go over that, the path just directly in front of the basket that you can see is not out of bounds. So yeah, just gonna aim. I wanna go forehand and make sure I hang it wide enough that it doesn't then go OB right. Backhand you can play, it's probably a little bit trickier. If you like the forehand, landing off to the right isn't bad too, because then you can just do a hyzer forehand. So if you wanna throw a backhand into the green, left side I reckon, forehand to the green, more right side. Oh, I turned it. Honestly, not too bad. A little bit turn, a little bit long. Let's try slightly more stable cap wrap. More aggressive line, and that is parked. That's under the basket. Okay, so it works from there. My vulture landed here, probably getting close to circle's edge on the safe side, which is a safe shot, but then now it makes for a tricky putt because you've got this green that is a mound, and so if you miss it, you could, I've almost done it myself, roll down OB on that path. Cap wrap was absolutely parked here, which is what you want, but I think it's a great first hole. Gets you off the tee, but then makes you start to think around the approach. Then we go into a gauntlet of a few holes, which is very tricky. All right, hole two. Probably one of, if not the hardest hole on the course, 184 meter par four. It's just tight fairway the whole way. There's no OB well, there's the water right, which actually if you get a bad kick, you can end up there. And then there's a Mando halfway down the fairway just to keep you kind of in the fairway. There's many different options off the tee. You can kind of go a bit more sort of safe and just play like a straight mid-range or even putter, almost to like the short tee pad, which leaves you about 80, 90 meters to the basket through a tunnel. Or you can go a bit more aggressive with a driver of some sort, kind of push the corner, a little bit of a fade round to the left to kind of give you a shorter approach. So there's a lot of options here. And speaking of hardest hole on the course, comment down below which hole you'd like to see Warwick do in our Cameraman versus the Crusher series. This is definitely a good candidate, but comment down below, like the comments that you agree with, and then that's the one that we'll do. So this is one, and as we go through the course, you might see some other difficult ones that you wanted to take on. I'm gonna go with the Vulture, try and go a bit more of the aggressive line. I'll try that one and then I'll do a safe shot. Just try and get it flat and let it just push around the corner. Oh. Okay, that's the extra safe shot. Let's go another one. Almost. That was really close. It's got to be a little bit right of that. Let's try a safer like mid-range shot with the buzz. Just try and land it near the tee pad. Wow, that's really good. That's like where my drivers would land. I think we'll play that one. That's kind of what you want, is pushing, flying over the other tee pad and soft fading through to the left. Perfect. This is where my Onyx landed here. And this is tough. This is like you're trying to get par at best because you've got this little gap to go through. The Mendo is just on the tree where you can see the sign there. So you want to go through this gap, get into the fairway, then approach for the basket, which is doable, but makes it a lot harder. This is fantastic. My buzz honestly landed in a really great spot. If I was a little bit shorter, you've actually got this like forehand line through here, and you can kind of play out the back because we've passed the Mando already. So you can play big forehand overstable skip. So that's a play too if you kind of end up in this specific area. But we're here, we're going through the regular fairway, which is cool. Just gonna go with the zone standstill approach and hopefully just fade it in close to the basket. Oh, I'm throwing so high today. That's a putt. That's not ideal. Go buzz. Bit better. And you skip. Okay. Yeah, so if you throw it well, it's birdieable, but a little bit off on this hole and you're scrambling for par. It worked out really well. Buzz, buzz. We got a birdie putt uphill. Don't mind that. My hands are so cold. Oh, nice. Hey, nice. That's how you do it. Hey, Warwick, have you ever seen a dragon in real life?
No.
You haven't?
No.
No, you have. Okay, hole 3, another tough hole. You've got a tunnel all the way and then it opens out at the end to like a nice peninsula kind of green, really beautiful. Shaped slightly left to right. It's 106 meters. So it shapes up for like a forehand. You kind of have to get something that I would say flips up a little bit to then push straight before it fades in. Otherwise you end up on the right. A backhand is doable too. Probably not going to park it with a backhand, but it has a good chance of just slowly turning and getting you out into the open. So another tough hole. Getting a birdie on either 2 or 3, I'd say is a pretty good feat. We're going to try with the nuke, just forehand. Oh, that's really good, Warwick. Just push long enough. Oh yeah, that's on the dance floor. That was really pushing that left side the whole way, but just enough push and fade to go perfect. So let's go.
Stop recording.
Cool. This is a great drive. Take this every day. Just got far enough and we've got a birdie putt. Nice, Warwick. Hey, very good. I don't know if you can tell, but it is super calm out here today, which is unreal because I don't think I've ever played a plenty tournament where there's not wind or even like high level winds. So this may not be the most accurate representation of what it's like. There's definitely going to be, if it's windy, which I expect that it probably will be, it's going to make a lot of these holes a lot more difficult, which will bring in that score separation, bring in the OB. So today it's a lot easier, but I don't expect that it'll play this easily for the competition. All right, hole 4. A bit of a change this year. It's a 155 meter par 4. Might sound simple, but you got a Mando straight ahead, so you can't go down the road like we have in previous years, and the tee pad is back further than what we've played as well from the blue tee. So it's a lot trickier, I would say. You've got to just get something past the Mando, and honestly, if you land something that lands near the short pad, then you've got a reasonably simple par 3 from there, which means you can get the birdie. I'll just maybe try a safe chip forehand to there, maybe a more aggressive forehand, and then there is a potential to do a backhand, maybe even a roller. People might play roller, get one down and turning, but if you're throwing a backhand or a roller, you have to kind of push it and have it turning sharply so that you stay kind of in the fairway that bends from left to right. This is a cool change. I don't mind this. We'll go zone first, just literally try and get one flat out there near the tee pad. Oh, yeah, like that, and kick, yep. So, okay, that was a little bit pulled. Let's try a bit of a faster forehand now. Trying to throw it on hyzer and let it just push through the corner a little bit more to make the second shot a bit shorter. That's a shot. Just sit, don't go too far right. Oh, and get a roll. Okay, that rolled back, that's rolling back down to the middle of the fairway. That's the only thing, if you skip too far right, I think the road is going to be OB. So you just don't want to do that. We're going to try an aggressive backhand now, which is going to be tough. Got to get the angle. I don't think I have a disc that can do this. It's something really flippy that can just turn almost straight away. So we'll give it a go. Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that, folks. You don't want to do that. The fast driver forehand landed up here. Well, landed there, rolled to here, which is a great spot. If you can get sort of anywhere in this area, makes for a pretty simple shot. You've got a bit of distance off the tee. Backhand's going to be really hard to get here, for me personally anyway, but now just got an easy sort of chip approach shot for the birdie. You can go zone, go something a bit faster if you want to, but I think this will work just fine. Go. Yep, that looks pretty good. Birdie look. Okay. Hole 5, 86 meter par 3. The basket's kind of straight ahead off the tee pad, but you've got left and right options you can go for. The right one is taken more often, like a flat backhand that fades, stables up at the end and skips through the gap, pretty tight gap. There is like a forehand line which does work as well, but probably less commonly taken. I'm going to go with the quake through the backhand line. And OB path right, I'm guessing, and potentially I'll have to confirm. You guys probably know already, but potentially OB on that gravel road left as well. That's a little too much hyzer, but it's got a putt. A little too much hyzer out of the hand, but that's kind of the line you want to take. Circle 2, look. If there's a flat eye, it would be closer, so this is not bad. Give it a run. That was so close. It's a good look. What is happening today? Look out, folks. The putting is coming together. Okay, hole number 6, par 4, 167 meters. You got your first shot, you got to try and get out and around this clump of trees and then kind of around another tree on your approach shot. For this tournament, we've got a lot of OB, so OB is going to be kind of along that left side, kind of near the hill you can see there. So that prevents you from throwing like just a straight backhand as far as you can. If you're throwing a backhand, you have to get it turning. And that line, I think, goes all the way and kind of around the tree that you're trying to approach to. So it really keeps you tight on the right side. Make sure you push it far enough on the approach, if that makes any sense. So I think safe play is getting a forehand just that goes out and fades to the right, give you a good position for the second shot. Take 2. That's the shot. Oh, that had some zip to it. That was really nice. And this one, thankfully it kicked out and gave me a look, but it's definitely tougher because now I've got to push really straight before fading towards the basket because I think the OB runs like around the front side of those trees. So it's doable from back there. It's kind of a soft par 4. Oh, here's yours work, but yeah, you definitely want to be further along for that approach shot. This is pretty ideal to get out here. You can almost throw whatever you want into the green, just fade it around those trees. Probably can't see the basket from there, but it's just on the back side of those trees. Go in, maybe? Oh, bit of a skip. That was a bit rude. That's not bad. This actually could be pushing it. I'm not sure exactly where the OB lines will be. This might be close to it, which is kind of crazy. So on the approach shot, erring on the side of long is best. So it doesn't bring this OB and then a penalty stroke into play. So it's probably going to be, you can kind of see the line here. So I'm probably just, if I use this line, which was being used for a previous tournament, then I'm probably just safe, but that was a little closer than I was hoping. Not again, that was a good putt though. Hole 7, par 3, 83 meters. It's just a left to right shaping shot. That tree that's in the middle of the fairway, you kind of just want to fade just in front or just behind it. If you're throwing a forehand, it sets up well for a forehand. But now they've cleared the tree, so there is that sort of lower turn of a backhand line. A little bit more technical, but definitely doable as well. So kind of anything that just moves from left to right and then doesn't go too far into the bushes. So I'm going to go a forehand onyx. That's really good, Warwick. Skip in. Oh, that's like pretty much under the basket. That's how I do it. I just want to give a quick shout out to Circle 1. They've been an awesome supporter of me, and this hoodie is incredible. This is their like thicker, heavier weight hoodie. They've also got lighter weights, mid weights. They've also got, way full attire, decked out by Circle One. They've also got quarter zips. They've got the polos that you'll probably see later underneath. They've got all your disc golf accessories, hats, towels, anything you could need. So if you're looking for something that's disc golf specific, designed for disc golfers, I cannot rate their stuff highly enough. And I know some of you have grabbed their stuff too. So if you love Circle One, let's do a love you Circle One in the comments. But you can use my discount link down below or the code here on the screen. I'm not editing that. And get yourself a 10% discount. So hit me up if you'd like some. Use the link down below. Thanks to Circle One for supporting. Here we are. Perfect shot right there. Basket's there. We'll take that. That is a nice birdie to get with the driver. Nice. Okay, hole 8, par 4, 236 meters, way out there in the distance. Basically, first shot you want to get as far as possible, but what makes it tricky is that there's OB on the left side. There's OB path right, because there's also OB left now on the hillside. Probably, I think what I've heard, 15 to 20 meters left of the short basket that you can see out there. So that makes it really tough because then it goes straight and then it curves kind of to the left and joins the bottom of the hillside on the left and runs sort of left of the basket along the bottom of that hill. So you want to get something that, if anything fades left, you're probably OB. So you want to get something that's just dead straight turning. If it lands on the right side, anywhere sort of in line with the short basket or even at the short basket, then you're looking really good. And that's keep turning. I think that's definitely OB, yeah. Way OB. Okay, let's try another one. You've got to get it turning more than that. I've got to aim more, I think, actually over to that right side. That's the safest way, actually. That's the shot. That is a bit left. Yeah, nice. That's prime. So I think this is my tip. Aim, at least what I'm going to do is aim my run up more that way. Even if I throw something on highs that flips up a bit, or something that's flat out there, at least when it fades, it's not going to be going too far left. So that's my sneaky tip for you all. If you've got a big forehand, or even just if you want to throw forehand, that is certainly doable off the tee as well. Probably, unless you've got a massive one, not going to get as much distance, but it's going to be fading away from the OB, which is really dangerous on the left. The only thing is that if you go too far right, then you're going to be in a bit of a gully, which makes the second shot just a bit more difficult because you're not level with the basket. So really good hole. Definitely some OB strokes to be had and some scoring separation. It makes you think. My second shot landed in a good spot. You've got forehand and backhand options now to get to the basket. There's OB on that, like I said, hillside left, but then also the path that runs kind of right and you know, deep of the basket. So I'm probably gonna go forehand. I feel more comfortable doing that. To throw it on highs or at the hill, let it fade in. The backhand option I'll show you after this as well. Might be a little short, or that could be all right. Dang, yeah, that's probably a bit short. Let's try a backhand as well. A lot of highs. That's a little too wide, I would say. But actually could be pretty good. So maybe, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why you guys are watching this video. A little bit short with the nuke here. The force is only just a bit closer. Hung it a little wide. If it was a bit inside, it would have been very close, but still try and make the birdie. So close. Hey, snuck it in there. Force putter. It's the way of the future, folks. It's the way of the future. All right, before we get into the final hole on the front nine, just want to give a shout out to another great supporter of mine, which is Disc Golf Warehouse. If you haven't heard of them, then what are you doing? You've got to check them out. They have all your disc golf needs in terms of plastic. Any disc that you want, you can get from them. Basically, all that I throw, I get from them. So go check them out. They are amazing, kind people, really personable, really friendly, and they have a great service. So cannot recommend them highly enough. You can use the discount link also down below, or use this code when you check out, and you'll get yourself a discount there as well. But shout out to Disc Golf Warehouse, Sean, Vanessa. Really appreciate you guys. Let's get into hole number 9. 115 meter par 3, OB path left, And if you go into the water on the right, there's OB water right. I think that'll be all it is. Lovely green that we're heading off to. Again, it's a bit of a left to right hole, so you can throw a big forehand if you've got the distance, or a nice turn of a backhand will get you there as well. That's a little inside and short. Wow, that was not good at all, guys. Try a backhand to, I'm gonna go with the, might seem crazy, but I'm gonna go with the relay. Try and throw it flat and let it do its thing. Is it doing its thing? Is it doing its thing? It kind of is, actually. Wow. I think pin high, not quite enough turn. You want to get a little bit more than that, but it's not bad. Now, before I go and make this circle 2 putt for birdie, I want to do my first Commtest, which is a comment contest. Shout out to How Ridiculous for creating that term. So what I'd like you to do is comment down below your favorite Australian slang term. Keep it PG, but comment that down below. My favorite one, I'm going to pin that. So get commenting, and I'm hoping to continue this throughout the videos just to make it interesting and interactive for you guys as well. I actually could do it. Oh, just right. Okay. Haven't made it yet. Get those comments in. Well, folks, that is going to do it for the front 9 here, Queensland Open practice round. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more content. Stay tuned, the back 9 is coming out very shortly, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Make sure you make it great for somebody else too. And we may catch you here, July 4th to 6th for the Queensland Open. Catch you in the next.